What is good, guys? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and stick with the head and shoulders and implementing the fibs with that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Today, we're going to go ahead and look for some sell ideas. So let's go ahead. When the market is downtrending, guys, right, it's good to know structure, right? If you don't understand structure, guys, it's good to go back and understand and master the basics, right? So as the market's making lower lows and lower highs, and we're continuing to the downside, guys, this is a downtrend, right? So when the market is downtrending, I like to just look for sales. Can you counter trend? Yes, you can. Of course you can, right? But for me, when the market is continuing in a downtrend, I like to position myself in sales, right? I like to position myself in sales. Now, the one thing I like to look for when the market is in a downtrend is I like to look for the head and shoulder pattern, right? Consolidation. Consolidation, guys, if you guys are taking notes, that's 25% of the setup. When we get the breakout or a sweep of liquidity, that's going to be 50% of the setup. When we're able to get the change of character, that's going to be 75%. Now, once we get this 75, guys, this is where we're going to be able to start looking for sales so we can go ahead and take some sell opportunities off of this shoulder zone. Right now, I like to look for this pattern when the market is downtrending. Now, where can I find this specific pattern, guys? Usually in these areas here. I got my mouse today, so I'm moving way faster. You guys notice? Right? Usually in these areas here. Right now, they're not always going to look the same, but that's why we need to focus on structure and being able to understand higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, break of structures, and change of characters. Because when you can understand that, guys, the game really changes. Trust me, guys. Like Oren didn't teach liquidity. He still doesn't teach liquidity. Now that I think about it, like he still doesn't even say the word liquidity. If you guys ever hop on his calls, he never teaches or says anything about liquidity, right? The only time he has is because I've been putting him on to some smart money terms, and we've been going back and forth and matching up what smart money sees and level sees, right? But other than that, he never brings up liquidity. So you never like as a trader, how do I say like you don't miss what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like if you don't know about liquidity, guys, and you understand structure, you can still make some money in here, guys. You can still be consistent. You can still see progress, right? But when you hop on these calls and you take it serious and you ask these questions, right? When you ask these questions, you're able to advance and get better, right? And that's what these calls are for. And I try my best to implement both, right? But this right here, guys, I want to see in this area, whether it looks super clean, a simple head and shoulder, boom, that would be great, right? But sometimes it can be messy when the market's making consolidation, going up, making some consolidation, right? Sometimes it's not always the prettiest, but this is what I'm looking for in this market when the market is pulling back. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a two if that makes sense. And give me a question mark if you are confused. Let me know. Talk to me. What's so funny? That's what I want to know.
Nothing is funny. It's just
Two,
that like it's just clicking moments when you're like actually explaining it. That when I look at the charts for too long, I go crazy.
bet. Well, let's go ahead and control that. Let's control the crazy. You feel me? Let's control the crazy. All right, guys. So two. For those that said two, I'm gonna go ahead and test you guys a little bit. Hopefully, you guys can go ahead and speak up when I ask who can. Yes, sir. Keeping it simple. For those who said two, though, I'm gonna ask that you guys participate. But guys, I only see a couple twos. Let me see how many we have on this call. We have 30 people on this call. What about the rest of you guys? Does this make sense? Are you guys confused at all? Do you guys want me to repeat that again? Let me know. It's okay. Right. Quick question, Vinny. When looking at a smaller time frame setup, do you stay in between b between, for example, the 1 hour and 4 hour? Yeah, anytime you're scalping on lower time frames, you can definitely use that 1 hour and 4 hour as your higher time frame bias. You still need like a sense of direction of what could happen, right? You can't just go on a lower time frame and just look for setups, right? You still have to have a sense of direction in the market. So whether you're scalping the 1 minute to 15 minute, you should still definitely use 1 hour, 4 hour as higher time frame bias and take profit points and things like that, right? So yeah, that makes sense. Yes, in lower time frames, yeah, it'll be the exact same, right? And yeah, yeah, exactly. Now let's go ahead and go over here, guys, because the market is fractal, right? And what does that mean exactly? Let's see if I can blow this up, right? Anything that happens on the 1 minute is going to happen the exactly the same thing is going to happen on the daily and higher time frame. Anything that happens on the higher time frame is going to happen on that lower time frame, right? So let's just say this big old thing, the big leaf, right? This is the daily time frame or that higher time frame. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense, right? This what you're going to see on higher time frame is what you're going to see on lower time frame. So fractalness, it's the exact same thing. Let's just say this big area is the daily. Now let's just say that 1 hour or 4 hour is this right here. Boom. Same shape, same everything, right? Now, even the small ones. Let's go to the lower time frame. Even lower, right? Even lower. Boom. Or even on this, right? What you're gonna see on lower time frame is what you're gonna see on higher time frame. Does that make sense, guys? Give me an 8 if that makes sense. What you see on lower time frame, you will see the exact same on the higher time frame. So it's super important to understand how to mark it up with the break of structure and change of character, right? Super, super important. Right, now let's go ahead and get into it. I like to see this setup right here, guys, right in this area when the market makes lower highs. Now let's go ahead and break this structure down a bit deeper so we can go ahead and explain that in depth. Now, we're downtrending, right? Now, when we see the market consolidate, fam, that's a good thing. Now, when the market is consolidating, guys, this is 25% of the setup, right? 25% of the setup. Now, is Enrique on this call? Let me see. Yes, he is. All right, bro.
Yes,
This is
sir.
for you, bro. Okay? This is for you. All right. So when the market is consolidating, that's great. That's a good thing. But when the market also goes up higher and makes higher highs, that's also 25% of the setup. Anytime the market goes higher, right? Anytime the market goes higher, guys, it's 25%, 25%, 25%, right? As soon as we get this right here, that would technically be the 50%, right? So as soon as we change character, we get that 75%. Does that make sense? Anytime we go higher, it'll the left shoulder will always be 25%. Let me pull up the chats. I don't know why. Does that make sense, Enrique? Right. So anytime that market, so it's like the same thing, right? Every time I tell you guys, every time I tell you guys to move your break of structure and your change of character line, it's the same exact thing. We need to move it up higher, right? We need to move it and keep adjusting and move it up higher, right? I just want you guys to understand that because when I break it down right here, it'll all make sense. Now, again, consolidation, that's 25%. So I'm just going to box it up. Boom. 25%. Now, let's go ahead and label that. $25. Now, as soon as we got to break a structure to the upside, right? Because when we're in sales, guys, we want to look for sales. We would like to see a sweep of liquidity to the upside, right? Market's consolidating, boom. We see the market buy up higher and the market sweeps liquidity. And we might even break and close above this previous consolidation, right? So that's what we would like to see next. So once we get that, boom, the market shoots up higher and we get the breakage structure slash sweep of liquidity. So let's go ahead and mark that up, guys. And it's important you mark it up this way because when you're not gonna like when you mark it up this way, you're gonna be able to see your head and shoulder setup a lot easier. So let's go ahead, break a structure slash sweep of liquidity slash left shoulder. Now that was a bullish break of structure. Awesome. Cool, guys. Let's go ahead, make this green. Awesome. Now, let's just say the market goes a little bit higher. Let's just say the market goes a little bit higher. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Awesome. Is this still 25%, guys? This section? Is this section still 25%? Yes or no? Yes. Right? So all we have to do is continue copying this over. Boom. And Enrique, I know you like to move the box, right? I know you like to use this box. When you see this, bro, move this box over and stay accurate to price, right? Stay accurate to price. Now, again, this setup is only still 25% is this side, right? Does that make sense, guys? Are we all good? We all
Question.
good? What's up? What's up?
So you said we're still at 25%, right? Because it's technically consolidation still.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So at this left side, the shoulder side, we still have 25%. Now, as soon as we break and close above, giving us a break of structure, that now gives us 50% of the head and shoulder setup, right, guys? Because remember, we still have to wait for these things in order, right? So as we break and close above, we just swept liquidity. Let's actually make this just more consolidation. Why not? Boom. Now, again, we need a sweep. So as the banks sweep liquidity, awesome. That just gave us 50% of the head and shoulder pattern. Now, we're missing one thing, guys, for extra confirmation. Does anybody know what it is? We're missing one thing for extra confirmation. Your change of direction line. So let's go ahead. Need change of direction or sell opportunity. And leave it like that. Label it, leave it like that. Because if we don't break and close below that line, the market can still end up going higher. Does that make sense, guys? If the market does not break and close below this line, we can still go higher. But as soon as we break and close below, right, we can now start looking for sells. Boom, we get the change of direction. We can now start looking for some sell opportunities. Okay. Now, once we get that change of direction, guys, that now gives us 75% of the head and shoulder pattern. Let's go ahead and adjust 50%. And as soon as we get this change of direction, let's go ahead and adjust. Let's clean this up because we know we got that. Let's just confirm. Boom, change of direction. Awesome. Now, guys, the market is down here right now. And at the moment, we have 75% of our setup. Guys, once we get 75% of the head and shoulder setup, we are now able to look for some sell ideas. Give me a 10 if that makes sense. Once you're able to see that we got 75%, it's a go, right? So again, let's just move this out the way real quick, right? If this just continues to go higher and higher and higher, all we do is rinse and repeat, right? If we happen to consolidate, what happens? All we do is rinse and repeat. Does that make sense, guys? Boom, we break and close above. What just happened? We got 50% of the head and shoulder pattern. Are we good, guys? Is this making sense? Unmute if this makes sense. Tell me you understand. Let me know. And if you don't, tell me I don't
Yeah.
understand. And that's okay. Because what I'm trying to have you understand is we do not have a head and shoulder until we break and close below. Till then, bro, till then, fam, all we have is 25 and 50. Until we get this 75%. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Until we get this 75%, guys, we are not looking for sales. But as soon as we get, boom, this 75% confirmation, boom, it's a go time. We can now start looking for sales. Okay. So let's go ahead. My shoulder, guys. Does anybody know where my shoulder is? If you can draw on my chart and annotate, where's my shoulder at? Let's go, fam. When you draw it up this way, guys, your markup, the BOS, the liquidity sweep, that's going to be your left shoulder. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use this box. And I use this box because I know some people like to box that area up. And honestly, I think that's a great idea. Boom. So that'll be your shoulder, right? Now my stop loss, guys. Where's my stop loss? Who wants to draw?
At the
Who
high.
wants to be at the high? Let's go. So this will be my stop loss. Let me just go ahead. Now, do you guys know why this would be the head to my setup? If this is a head and shoulder setup, does anybody know why this area would be the head? It's okay if you don't know. You guys can unmute and give some answers. Let's be wrong. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Was it
Awesome.
last the last higher high before the shifted structure?
Yes, it's the last higher high before the change of character. Off topic, but when looking for a trade, do you only look for a certain look at certain charts, or do you just scroll like nah, I look you can use this pattern on everything, bro. I trade indices and gold with this and commodities. And this is how I trade. I trade everything with this, bro. Stocks, cryptos, forex. This is how I look at the chart, right?
The
Now,
other
for the
day,
person that said, go ahead.
the other day, I marked up McDonald's with it just to see if it goes. They're using the same strategy.
Did it work?
I'm about to go check it out right now.
Okay, cool. Take a screenshot and send it over. So maybe we could help you. Let me see what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Oh, so the person that said, I don't know. I'm glad you said that right now. Why would this area right here be the head to the head and shoulder pattern? Right? So if I pull out the homie, now guys, understand that no, not the starting point. So this right here, this is the head, right? If you guys look at somebody, usually the head is the highest point of the person's body, right? Does that make sense, guys? We're all in understanding of that, right? When we look at somebody, usually the head is like the tippity top of the person's body, right? Now, when the market is going up higher, right? Higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now notice this is the highest tippity top of the point of market structure. Now, as soon as market changes character, if this is the highest point in market structure, this is going to be the head. And my left shoulder, guys, will be the previous break of structure. Previous break of structure. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Let me know. There's 33 of you guys. I only see 2 people that make sense. Let me know, guys. If it doesn't, I could try my best to break it down another way. Will, are you sure you got it, bro? All right, Sergio. Sergio, so anytime we get a head and shoulder that's selling, bro, right? When the market is going up, we're looking for the head to be the highest point in the head and shoulder, right? So as the market goes higher and maybe consolidates, boom. Where is the highest point? Is it this orange one? Or is it this red one? Which one is it, bro? Oh, it's for Sergio, bro. The red, right? Awesome. So when you're able to see that along with a change of character, right? When you're able to see we have a break of structure to the upside, and then we have a change of character, the red area, when you see that highest peak in market structure, this is going to be the head, right? And this will be your left shoulder. Does that make sense, bro? And I know some market, it won't always look so pretty, bro, but that's why you send in some charts and we could help you. But does that make sense, man? If the market is going down and we're looking for buys, right? Let's say it consolidates. Where is the lowest low, guys? Where is the lowest low? Is it the red one or is it the orange one?
The red
Let
one.
me know, right? The red. So when you guys see this, when you get a break of structure following a change of character, break of structure to the downside, then we get a change of character, the red area, that lowest area will be your head. Does that make sense, Serge?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can't really hear you, bro. It's kind of muffled. Got you. Got you, bro. Now, this right here, guys, this is the setup. So when we get this, we are looking for the market to come back in this area. We are looking for sales right here in this area, guys, with my stop loss at the high, right? With the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? Minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. Now, we can also use the fib retracement, but the thing is, we have to wait for the market to start coming back for us, right? So once the market comes back and makes that U-turn, we can now pull out the fib. So I like to have a starting point and an ending point when I use the fib, okay? My start will be the head, the high that made the new low, right? The high that made the new low. So from here, I'll pull it down to this point here. This is the new low. Oops. Right, so from the 0.7 to 886, really you have this whole zone to worry about when it comes to the fib, right? But the sweet spot that everybody loves is this 886 area, the 7.9 and the 886 area. That's the sweet spot for this fib, right? Does it always hit? No. But is it fairly accurate? Yes. I was watching Curtis Cobain today, and he said he mainly trades off of fibs. So if you guys really like fibs, he's probably a guy to go to. Just keep in mind he does trade cryptos more than anything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is the setup, guys. And understand, as soon as the market touches this area here, as soon as we get the market to touch this blue box, guys, that is 100% of the right shoulder, right? So as soon as the market comes back, gives me some entry, right? As soon as the market comes back, comes in this area, that's already 100% of the right shoulder, right? And we are looking to continue the sells down. So this would be 100% right shoulder. Boom. Put this on this side. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Now, go ahead and take a screenshot of this. All right, fam. So this is it. This is what we're looking for. We're looking to sell the market, guys. This is it. And levels helps you out, guys. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys use levels, but levels, if you press BOS, it'll literally help you find your breaker structures, right? And your change of characters. And it'll also help you find your starting points. You enter as soon as it touches or wait for another head and shoulder pattern. I enter as soon as it touches and I wait for a head and shoulder pattern, right? I enter both of them. But you do what you feel comfortable, bro. I'm not going to tell you to do one and not the other. Right? They're both
Hey, Vin, I
the
have a
setup.
question.
What's up, bro?
So, based on the fib, so when you're placing a fib, do you place it on the top of the wick or body to body?
I'm sorry. From when I started, I'm using it at the top of the wick.
Yeah. Okay.
The very, very top of the wick. Yeah.
Okay.
Same for
Thank
here.
you.
When I put it at the bottom, I'm putting it at the low of the wicks.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I will show you that right now when we're done. I got you. And then obviously this fib has an ending point, right? The top boxes would be your entry, and this would be your swing take profit, right? So obviously we're always going to be taking partials and having good money management at 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3s, right? But if the market is trending in our direction and it's looking pretty good, we can go ahead and close out 75 to 80% of our profit here and just let the rest run, right? Let the small lot run so we can go ahead and collect some money. And these fibs are pretty strong too. So like you'll see that the market will touch it and then it'll reject, pretty solid. So if you guys are able to get here, make sure you guys take profit. You guys don't, I'm telling you, don't be greedy. When it comes to levels, they're pretty important, bro, to be honest, because they set the range you can trade within, right? Um, and I'll show you more on a chart. But does this make sense, guys? Let me know. Are we good? All right, bet. Awesome. Awesome,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and continue. So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. How important are wicks? Time frame is this 4 hour. Let's go down here. Yeah, wicks they really make a range to trade within, right? Because they're pretty much setting the support and resistance within the market, right? So we can already see as soon as it starts to bounce around, we're already playing within this zone, right? And then the market tries to break and close above, but it still hasn't really pulled back much. But if you were And, you know, if you weren't using, let's say, hold on, if you were using the support and resistance like this and waiting for a proper breakout, you weren't focused on these breakouts here because they're not any breakouts. You would be focused on this breakout. But if people focus on the body like this, maybe you would be looking at this as a breakout and trying to catch the buy then, right? But for me, I'm always looking for a proper confirmation. And when you use the whole range that the market is giving, you're able to, you know, get some solid plays here. So this is a solid play. This is a starting point. I know I mentioned the starting point at the trade lock-in. So we get a break of structure to the upside, giving us a bullish break of structure. Now, if this is my bullish breakout, right? Where's my starting point? Who wants to highlight on my chart? Who wants to draw my chart? Who wants to participate? Yeah, I appreciate you replying to that. Well, that's a yeah, wicks are 10 important. Last red candle. Yeah, right here. Let's see. We got 34 on this call. I'm gonna start picking out some names, bro. I'm gonna start calling out names. But this is the last selling candle that broke and closed above. That's a proper break and close above. Proper breakout. This right here was your starting point. You could have literally rode this by. Easy 1 to 3. Easy 1 to 3. So yeah, I like to focus on proper breakout, especially when we change character. Let me see. Let me just draw it real quick. Actually, let's see if we can find something because I'm sure we can find something. Let's see. Let's see. Try to find the proper. Give you guys a good example of what I'm talking about. Let's go to a different chart. Perfect. Right. So look at that. Check me out, guys. We have a break of structure here. One candle rally breakout on the 4-hour. We have a starting point here. Now, this is my stop loss. Now look at this, guys. We're just consolidating right here, looks like. We're not doing a whole lot, it looks like, on the 4-hour time frame. Right? But look at what it's doing. It's how do I say it? You know, like the expression when you give a person an inch, they take a mile. You know what I'm saying? Notice how when the market sets the boundary, look at how it's taking that inch and it's pushing it as far as it can, but it's not closing above. We don't have a break of structure yet. Even down here, notice how this is the low, lower low, lower high, and then market tries to force itself to break and close below, but technically we're just ranging and we're stuck between this area here. So we don't have no proper trade yet. You know, maybe on a lower time frame, I'm sure people are having a field day in this consolidation range yet, but for me, there's not anything proper to look at if I could be honest with you. If I was looking at this, I would either like a strong break and close above here, because on the 4-hour, this is lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, if I can break and close above here, then this would be nice. Even here would be a first, something I would want to see if we could find something, a break and structure, a break and close above, break and structure above this. And if it can leave a starting point, I would play with the idea of continuing buys from here. Right? Now, check me out. Notice how we have a break of structure to the downside. Market is trapped between a buying starting point and a selling starting point. Break of structure to the downside, right? We have a bullish break of structure. That's why it's really good to understand structure, guys. Right? The market is breaking structure to the upside, and the market is breaking structure to the downside. Now look at this is my breakout rally. This is the last selling candle. Market is consolidating between a demand and supply and price right now. So who's going to win, right? Who's going to win? Technically, we can still, shoot up a little higher, right? Maybe we can break and close, maybe even sweepless liquidity, give us something that's more clear and push higher, right? Technically, on the 4-hour, we can't really see much, but we can see that it's trapped. Let's drop down to the 1. We do sweep that. Let's see if we change character. We do. So if you are playing with the idea on the 1-hour time frame, this would be your shoulder zone. It just hasn't reached that area yet, and this would be your stop loss. On the 1-hour, we do have a little decent change of character, but it just got right back into consolidation. So if you're waiting for this right here. I mean, that's the cleanest setup that I'm seeing other than this one, but I would hope to get the buy before the sell for sure, since it was uptrending. Oh, but hold on, let's pull out the fibs with this real quick. Come on, y'all, totally forgot. I'm going in depth. Let's see what the fibs look like. All right, so let's go back. Let's shrink this up a little bit. So market is continuing trend right now. Right, market is continuing trend. So where's the start of the move? The start of the move happened right here. Where's the end of the move? Where does market start to make that U-turn and come back for us? That happens right here. Oops. So let's go ahead and pull the fib out from the start of the move to the end of the move. Boom. Now let's go ahead and put the 886 right there. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and drop down a time frame. Let's also dissect structure, guys, because I can't just make it easy on you guys. And obviously, there are a lot of people here who are advanced as well, and they're trying to get better on dissecting structure as well, right? So we have the 886, which sniped. Let's also dissect this, right? Check me out, fam. Check me out. Notice how structured here. We have consolidation. We sweep, right? Maybe you haven't even got in because it hasn't even really hit anything that I'm looking at right here. Everything quality, in my opinion, would be the starting point. So maybe you didn't get in, right? But look, as soon as we change character, we have a head and shoulder set up. You guys see that? Consolidations. And this is that thing that I was trying to talk with you too, Ricky, right? I don't want you just to highlight the consolidation, bro. Even though it's really good to identify that, it is, but that's not the only thing we should be looking for. You know what I'm saying? What if you see this and you see the market continuing to drop lower, right? Continue lower, move this down here, bro, and just mark it up. Even though it doesn't look like full-on market consolidation, it's still market structure. So when the market breaks and closes above your box, you know it's ready. So as soon as, boom, we change character, awesome. Now we're waiting for this right shoulder with your stop loss at the low. Now, it was close to touching this, super close. I'll zoom in, but it never touched it, right? It almost even made like trendline liquidity in a way. Right now, as soon as the market comes back, look what happens. We could have took that buy if you're focused on GBP NZD. I don't really know anybody who trades GBP NZD, but look at this structure, super, super clean. Does that make sense? Now we understand why the market was coming back there. Right now we understand why. Now look at this. Right? I don't just want us to focus on this right here because it's easy to see. Right? And this doesn't look like full on 100% consolidation. It actually looks fairly clean, like clean structure, right? But I also want you to understand that we need to focus on that too. So I'm gonna move this because that's like daily or 4 hour. Now check me out, guys. Consolidation, we break out, lower low, lower high, we go lower. Let's go ahead and move this box down. So as soon as a market breaks and closes above this box, I now have a head and shoulder setup. Change of character. I would now like the market to come down in this area to give me some buy confirmation. Boom. So let's go ahead. We'll delete this. We'll delete this. Now we know why the market wants to continue buying. Let's go ahead and put our shoulders right there. Boom. So now we have double confirmation. Dang, not only that, guys, look at the confirmation we have right here. Break a structure. Break a structure. Look at this. Would you call that a breakout rally? Yes or no? I mean, you guys tell me. We have 34 people on the call. What do you guys think? Is that a break of structure? Was that a clean breakout rally? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you guys think?
Yes, sir.
Super clean breakout rally. Right now, look at levels helps you, bro. It's going to say, hey, when you see the blue arrow, it's telling you we have a breakout. So when you see the blue arrow, you can press the blue box and look at what it's telling you, bro. That's your starting point. That's your demand zone. So we also have a demand, a starting point right in that area. Guys, we have 1 confirmation, 2 confirmation, and I'm using those because that's actual structure within the market. Starting point and a left shoulder. The fib is just the cherry on top. Now, when we zoom out, market's in profit. Depending on where you entered. I mean, honestly, all the entries are pretty much the same. My stop loss would have been here. This is already at a 1 to 1.5. 1 to 2 would be here. 1 to 3. So if you already took this trade, you should be at break even. Which I don't like. Again, I don't know anybody who trades in GBP and ZD. But if that's what you traded, boom, you're in profit right now. Congrats. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 2 if that makes sense. Let's go ahead. Well, what pair do you guys want me to look at? Yeah, that's like fairly easy. I'm gonna start looking at this. Oh, dang, I was sending in hella chats. Hold on. I mean, hella charts. Let me see. All right, let's see. I see hella AUD USDs. All right, Pac, I got you, bro. I can't just leave you hanging like that. What are you looking at specifically, though? Are you looking at something specifically? I'm looking at this right here. This is what I'm balling. This is what I'm balling. We were able to capitalize off of a play here during news last week, but it doesn't look like it's holding. I was looking at this. Must have been like the daily. Yeah, I was looking at this. Right. So this was one zone that I was expecting a possible rejection on. And it did. It's just we're not getting the one, we're not getting this. We're just continuously push, and then we're just chilling right here. Right. So as of right now, this zone is touched. It's been used. Now I'm just waiting for the confirmation. As of right now, all of this looks like consolidation. I'm not going to guess and try to drop down lower and try to find a setup. This looks like consolidation. So that's what I'm labeling it as, right? And I would like, again, if I'm looking for buys, I would like a sweep to the downside, which means, yes, the market needs to drop one more time. Oh, Vinny, the market needs to drop one more time. Are you going to look for sales? No, I'm not going to, because it's in consolidation, right? If we can drop one more time and possibly give me this right shoulder over here, I would be looking for these buys and then continue to ride some buy opportunities, right? But this zone doesn't look like it's going to hold, so I'm going to focus on this area down here. This is the 4-hour time frame, so I'm perfectly fine with using this zone with my stop loss at this low, right? So yeah, that's what I'm looking for with AUD USD. Yes, sir. Got you, bro. I actually do see a setup right here that doesn't look too bad on the 4-hour. Let's see. Yeah, this actually has, let's see. This actually has the better confirmation out of everything in here right now. I'm seeing sells. I can see consolidation that's happening in here, right? Consolidation, all this good stuff. All this good stuff's consolidation. We break and close above, we change character, right? Boom. So what I'm going to do is mark up my shoulder from the highest wick to the closest body, which is this high wick right here. Highest wick is right here. Closest body is right here. Make my shoulder zones black. Stop loss at the high. With my change of character right here. Now, again, guys, this has to happen in and it has to be broken up, right? We have to wait for these things. So as the market's consolidating, we have no confirmation to look for sells just yet, right? Market's consolidating, right? If we're looking for sells, we need the market to break and close up. Okay, awesome. If we can't get an entry here, do not force an entry here, guys. Understand we don't need to catch every move and every candle the market is printing. Understand things are broken up. We need things to happen, and you guys need to let things happen in order for you to start seeing progress. You cannot force things. Where do you set your take profit, or do you look for 1 to 3? As a beginner, I focus on 1 to 3 because it's fairly easy for the newer student. But if you are more advanced, look for more structure. Look for, did that just move? That's crazy. You can look for your next starting point, or you can look for your next head and shoulder. As of right now, let's just say the market is, let's just say the market does this, boom, consolidates. Okay, cool. Now, oops, let's just say we hypothetically, right, we were able to take something like this. This is a 1 to 4 just off of structure, right? This would be the low that I would be looking to tackle. Why? Because if market was able to make its way back up and give me this sell opportunity, right? This would be where market started to make that U-turn and come back for me. So we have higher high shoulder, higher low neckline, higher high the head, change of character. This is where the market makes that U-turn and comes back for me to give me that right shoulder. So I would be looking to tackle that right there. So that would be my main swing TP, Jonathan. Now, as market is creating more structure, all we have to do is just focus on the lows. So there's a low here. As the market pushes up higher, there's a low here. As the market pushes up higher, there's a low here. So then these can be take profits using market structure. Let's just put one more. Just because we gonna have to have TP1 break even type scenario. You feel me? So boom, something like that. Does that make sense, Jonathan? This is the more advanced way, right? So if you're more advanced, guys, and you would like to start, using structure as take profit, you can, but understand that market does not have to break and close below or head towards it. Like market can be stuck inside of here for a long time, right? Market can consolidate, break and close below, might have an entry, but we can still stay in here with a long time, right? So if you do it this way, just understand that market's not always going to listen to what you want 100%. This is why I also like to just hold this position as my swing TP, right? And I label out my 1 to 3s, and I just keep everything simple because I want to have as much control as possible, right? And this kind of gives me that comfortability of, you know what, I think I have more control over the market because I'm taking that when I want to and not when I'm and not listening to structure as take profit. if that makes sense. Does that make sense, guys? So then we would have this would be break even for me. My first zone is always a break even. My second zone is always going to be partial, and my third zone will definitely be partial. How do you take partials and continue with the trade? So taking partials, let's just say you're up $100, right? And you want to take some partials off the trade. So what happens as the market gives us an entry, boom, market gives us an entry, and we hit break even, we should move at that point, we move our stop loss physically in MT5 or in trade locker from stop loss to negative to break even. You should literally see the on trade locker, you physically see it actually. It'll say negative X amount to $0. Right. So that's what I want. I want to protect my capital. I don't want to lose nothing. If I'm already in profit, why would I keep my stop loss in negative? If I'm in profit, I'm gonna have as much control and move that to break even. So if the market does go higher, hey, at least I was at break even, right? Now, if the market hits my partial zone, let's just say, boom, I'm up $100 right now. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna close out half. So let's just say, for example, I don't know, and don't just, I'm just an example right now, guys. Let's just say I'm up $100. I'm gonna close out half. I was using a 0.10 lot size, right? I was using a 0.10 lot size, and I'm going to close out half, and that'll leave me close half, leave running 0.05. Oops, 0.05. Does that make sense? Who asked that? Jason? Let's just say you took a 0.10 trade, right? You took a 0.10 trade right here. As the market is in profit, you're up $100 right now, right? So what you do is you close out half of your position. You're gonna put $50 into your trading account by closing half of your position, right? Now, what you're gonna do is it closes out half and then it leaves half running so you could potentially continue to make more on that trade. So if the market continues to go your way, you can potentially make more money. You know what I'm saying? And if the worst comes to the worst, the market flies up, hey, at least you took $50 and you moved your stop loss from negative to break even. So at the end of the day, it was a small win, and we have to be grateful of those as well. Make sense, guys? As of right now, this trade doesn't look too bad. I'm still not liking that it's in consolidation. So if you were to take this, I would just, under leverage. It's okay to use a small lot, collect some change for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're like, you know what, Kavini, this is consolidation. I'm not gonna take it. Hey, awesome, bro. Stay disciplined. Stay disciplined, right? But for example, the start of the move to the end of my move, we have an imbalance there along with my shoulder, along with that 886 area. Boom. Not too bad. Not too bad. So again, this would be something you could be looking at. Minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. And again, honestly, I'm still looking for buys right now. Why am I looking for buys? Because on the, I believe, daily, weekly, let's see, daily, we haven't broken the low yet, right? So we have higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. Yes, we are bearish on like anything under the 4 hour, like this would be a bearish move, right? But technically, we can still turn around and head back up. Right now, as soon as we change character and break and close below, we'll just have a massive head and shoulder setup, and then we'll have a swing in our hands sometime soon. But at this time, we continue with trend until it ends, right? So if it does, this would be my left shoulder, neckline, my head, change of character. Now we'll have a massive swing on our hands and we can send things back down. But as of right now, I'm continuing with the trend. And right now, this is the next closest buy. So that's why I'm still bullish. We just have to wait. We just have to wait. Let me see. Indices. What indices, Maria? Which one? Which one? Let me hop on a call. My phone, so don't get mad at me. Nah, I'm working hard out here, bro. BK 3000. Nas 100. All right, bet. Nas, nasty Nas. I mean, bro, you tell me. Nas is letting me. Nas is letting you know right now. Nas is letting you know, my boy. Higher high, higher low, higher high. We're at new highs right now in this area. Break a structure. Easy BOS. Look at this. Blue arrow, blue box. That's my starting point. Not only that, guys, can you with your own eyes, can you see that? Can you see a break of structure? If you press BOS, levels will tell you break a structure. Boom. Mark that up. Mark that up. Starting point. This is the next best buy right now. In this area. Now, lower time frames tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow overnight, maybe we have consolidation. We sweep, and then maybe we're up here. If that happens, we have to use the one that's most current. But as of right now, I'll be waiting down here. Let's go to the 4 hour real quick. Zoom out. I do place limits for NAS, but I test trade on NAS like very heavily. Even on my live, like I'll throw a NAS mini down, so like I do, but you guys have to understand you're not just throwing 1%ers down everywhere, everywhere, every trade you see. Definitely not. Especially with NAS and the indices and commodities guys. If you're trading those guys, like you're not trying to be lazy with that, like you want to be as sharp as you can, because those markets are meant to, be difficult and be hard. You need to be focused and be sharp. You need to understand your strategy, right? That way you can be as sharp and make moves as fast as possible when it's time to make moves, right? The correct moves. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. I am seeing like a last resort head and shoulder buy right here. Not really interested in taking this one. I just want to see what market wants to do around that area. Maybe it can consolidate. Maybe it can hold. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I just have to wait and see. Maybe it can hold, but if we can consolidate there and then come back down to here, oh bro, easy, easy, easy continuation. Easy continuation. Um, so yeah, we really just gotta wait. I would love to see buys here though. US 30. US 30 the same, bro. Guys, like I really wish like trading doesn't have to be easy, guys. Like it doesn't have to be hard. Like it doesn't have to be hard. It really does. If you can make it easy for yourself, make it easy, fam. In my opinion, the way we move with levels It's as easy as it gets, as long as you can understand structure. This is the next move that I'm looking at. Breaking structure to the upside. Let's go to the daily real quick just to take a look. I think we're at all-time highs, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, we're at all-time highs. Crazy. Crazy work. Now on the weekly time frame, guys, this is a starting point way down here. So if we just happen to have some type of ruckus and the market just happens to take some fall, you're like, oh, don't say that. Oh, US 30 is toxic, bro. No, it's because you're on the 15-minute, right? So understand higher time frame bias as well. This is a target for the weekly. So if the market happens to pull back, just know most likely we are looking to continue with the swing, right? So keep that in mind. Daily time frame, even smaller down here. Cool. I like that area as well based off of structure. Lower low, lower high. We got a wick lower, change character. Even better. I like that zone as well. Um, Daily time frame saying this is a starting point. Okay, cool. 4 hour got it. This is a spot. This is pretty far away from entry. 400 pips. I mean, even from here, that would be like a massive, massive move. 600 pips. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna take opportunities as they come. So as soon as the market comes into this area, I gotta look for it. Where's my head and shoulder? Where does consolidate happen? Do we have a sweep of liquidity? Awesome. I'm still not in yet, right? As soon as we change character, we can now enter with a heavier lot, right? If you test trade, yes, you can test trade, but make sure you guys under leverage. If you guys have to take a mini, guys, take a mini. It's okay. Trust me, like nobody wants to take $137 loss or $180 loss first test trade. You know what I'm saying? But you can make this a $5 loss on a mini. You can make this a $10 loss on a mini. You can make this an $18 loss on a mini, right? But as soon as we get everything we need to see right here on the lower time frame, boom. Let's go ahead and now we can enter something a bit heavier right here and continue higher. Does that make sense, guys? Because I would much rather us, you know, I would much rather us not be scared and just understand what we have to do and what we need to see in order to execute our next trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want us to be like, oh man, there's two. Which one do we have to take? Like, one, you don't have to take either, but we need to mark up and see and identify everything we need to see, right? You don't have to take the first touch. But just because you're not taking the first touch, guys, if you guys see this, I mean, what more confirmation do you need? What more confirmation do you need? Take it. You have to implement it. The only way we get better is by taking losses. Trust me, guys. I'm here to help. Will's here to help. Neri. The only way we get better, sadly, is by taking a couple losses. Right? So practicing, repping it out, repping it out, repping it out, guys. Trust me. Hey, we have to get our hands dirty, fam. Right? We can't just sit and wait for somebody to click our buttons. Can't do that. Definitely can't do that. Um, SPX, I really don't trade SPX, honestly. I mark it up just to get some like feedback, like a correlation feedback. But I gotta be real, I never really mark it up or take trades, sorry. Never really take the trades. But simple continuation move right here, guys. Simple. Pretty sure this would be one too, just because of NAS. Yeah, this would be oh snap, yep, daily starting point here. So I'm gonna shrink that down in the 4 hour. I like this area down here with SPX. I think we can get it. It'll just take time. So I'm not really rushing. But yeah, guys, this is what I'm looking at with indices. So I'm just gonna keep this one here. There's two here that are pretty close. I'm just gonna widen up the daily and delete one and just run my odds with that. Anybody have any questions, guys? Let me know, let me know, let me know, fam. Any questions? Enrique, I hope you're able to get some clicking moments, bro. I hope you're able to, catch my drift. If you have any questions, bro, shoot me a DM. We'll go ahead and lock that in. Guys, I hope somebody had a clicking moment today. If you guys have any questions, if you guys need me to go over a specific topic regarding head and shoulder or levels, starting point, um, let me know, guys. I'm all ears. Anything that you guys need me to cover in order for you guys to get better, I'm always down. I feel like market structure is a phase where that's in a lot of basics. That's in the YouTube that we have. That's in our powerhouse basics as well. So if you guys need to understand basics a bit more, I would go ahead and hit up your upline and see if they could run back some market structure with you guys. Hit me up. I'm also open for some one-on-ones, but I do have, something you have to do in order to do that. That way we can have that we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna shoot you a market structure video, watch it, show me notes that you watched it, and then we can go ahead and get on a one-on-one. But with that being said, guys, hope you guys have a great trading week. I'm gonna go ahead and mark up some charts right now, send them into the levels chat. If you guys have anything you guys um need feedback on, please shoot them to me. Send them into the chats, tag me so we can go ahead and, stay as sharp as we can together, baby. With that being said, I will see you guys on Friday. Yeah, oh yeah, I got you. So with that being said, I will see you guys on Friday. Appreciate you, Chris.